It's kind of a road trip novel, but it's set on water. It takes place on the canals in France. And the novel follows their adventures as they sail out of Paris and down the French canals. I have visited the places I write about in the book. My new book's called The Dragonfly, and it was shortlisted for the Virginia Prize for Fiction, which is a prize that's run to encourage fresh voices in women's fiction.
On such a lovely evening, and to Paddy for hosting us. I can't tell you how lovely it is to be on a barge on Bastille Day to launch my book, which is set on a boat in France. There's just the nicest synchronicity about it. There's a legend that if you fall asleep by a stream, the dragonfly will sew your eyelids shut. Like me, she said. I had my eyelids sewn, glued. It's the same thing, she countered. She went back to studying her hand, flexing it and then cupping it, and holding it out, tilting it this way and that. I have a pretty name too, she remarked, but you never call me by it. He stiffened. The saucepan was coming to the boil and he turned off the gas. Don't I? She shook her head. Never. He didn't have to make a mental inventory, or check, or ask himself why. He sat there watching splinters of limescale spiral through the water to the bottom of the pan, contemplating the sadness which was like a shadow of himself. It rose in the morning when he rose, and moved through the day with him, and settled down with him at night. Pourquoi pas? He wondered whether it was easier for her to ask difficult questions in a language that was more familiar to her. I don't know why, he answered untruthfully. He thought of all the years of habitual denial when her name had not been spoken. I don't have a son anymore, and he doesn't have a daughter. I no longer have a wife. I am nothing, and I have no one. It was easier like that. It ruled out the prospect of further loss. He chewed on his lip, then opened his mouth as if now, prompted and put on the spot, it might be possible to speak. His mouth closed of its own accord. He was frightened at naming her. It would be an omission of something. It would acknowledge too much. I suppose I'm scared of messing things up, he muttered, as if that would explain it. Grown-ups are hopeless at getting things wrong. She was taut beside him. You're right, it is a pretty name, he managed, hunching his shoulders forward. He found he didn't want to let her down. He didn't want to fall short. He cleared his throat in preparation and straightened his back. She put her fingers to her lips, but he was past noticing. Delphine, he began. It was like learning a new word in a foreign language. He was trying to make sense of it in his mouth. Delphine. See, she whispered, hardly hearing him. See? The sound of her name spoken aloud took him almost to the brink, and for an instant he thought that all his unhappiness would come tumbling out. He blinked and swallowed, aware of a congestion deep inside him. When he'd got a grip on himself, he followed her gaze and saw that two damselflies, quivering blue, were coupling on her grimy hand. Thank you very much.